Hey guys, Sam Rhino here with another video. In this video, it's going to be a little different. I'm going to go over some of my pictures. If you're a Sony shooter, this might help you out. I hope it does, or you might enjoy it. I'm going to explain my settings and go over the pictures of why I use the settings and try to go as much detail as I can. Hopefully it helps you out if you're a Sony shooter, or you just might enjoy it. So I really appreciate it. And if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. It really helps me out. And until next time, guys, peace out. So let's start with this picture here, this gull with a fish. This guy gives new meaning to fast food. So it was a really bright day, so I was able to use shutter speed 2500 with no issues. Never be afraid to crank up the shutter speed for action shots. It's just going to help you with birds in flight. I talked about that in one of my other videos, my tips videos. So anyways, I used shutter speed 2500, and I wanted to use f8 for this because I wanted the fish to be in focus, the bird to be in focus, the face, and the little droplets of water that was coming off his face and the fish. I wanted that to be in focus. I think it came out pretty well. I think that worked out really well on this. The focus mode that I used is zone. You're gonna notice that I use zone quite a bit for action shots and birds in flight. I actually use it for a lot of stuff. I think it works really well. It's an awesome focus mode. It's the second one down in your focus modes. Not tracking zone, just plain zone. And I think it works really well for birds in flight and action shots, and even birds that are perched. Sometimes I'll use it if there's no branches or anything in the way. We'll talk about that later. And one thing I wanted to talk about is setting your focus limiter. I notice a lot of people, they put their lens on full, they leave it on full. And for birds in flight and action shots, or really for anything that's not really close to you, you want to set the focus limiter, like on the 200 to 600, for example. You want to set it from 10 meter to infinity. And what that does is it's gonna let your lens ignore the first 10 meters. So it's gonna make your autofocus so much faster. It's not gonna be hunting because it's gonna ignore those first 10 meters. It's gonna let you acquire focus much faster. It's not gonna hunt. You're gonna notice a big difference. You shouldn't have it on full. Unless, like I said, it's something that's close to you, so you need the full range of focus. Otherwise, it should be set, the focus limiter should be set 10 meter to infinity. And I think the 100 to 400, I believe it's 4 meter to infinity or 6 meter to infinity. I'm not sure. I don't have that lens anymore. But you definitely want to use that. You're going to notice it's going to help you quite a bit. So in this shot, we got a great blue heron in flight. It was really beautiful light. It was late in the afternoon. Nice green background. I shot this using shutter speed 2000, f7.1. If you use the 200 to 600, I think 7.1 is the sweet spot on that lens. I think every lens has a sweet spot. And for in-flight shots in particular, I think 7.1 is the sweet spot on it. I use that a lot. And again, I'm using zone for focus mode. As you can see, it works out really well. The bird is perfectly sharp. And One thing I want to talk about, I didn't talk in the first picture, is your stabilization. So I was panning to the left in this shot following the bird. Stabilization in mode 2 would have been good. That's what it's meant for panning. Even 3 would have been okay, but you definitely don't want to have it on 1. Mode 1 is made for you're shooting something that's still, you're trying to stabilize it, or if you're using video, but you don't want to use it on 1. And honestly, I keep it off a lot of times, completely off. When you're shooting anything over 1,000 shutter speed, it's really not doing much, in my opinion. But if you're gonna have it on, definitely have it in mode 2. Even mode 3 might be okay, but you definitely don't want to have it in mode 1. It's actually gonna mess with your picture and could cause motion blur, do the opposite of what it's supposed to do. So in this sequence, it's a red tail that was perched, and I knew he was going to hang around for too long. If you know red-tailed hawks, they're very skittish, and they're not going to tolerate you for too long before they're going to take off and go somewhere else. So anticipate that they're going to take off and look for the signs. They'll start fidgeting a little bit. Sometimes, they'll poop right before they take off. That's a sure sign that they're about to fly. So look for the signs and, anticipate that. You don't want to be at shutter speed 500 because you're trying to keep the ISO down, and all of a sudden the hawk takes off and you rattle off a whole bunch of shots, and then you realize you're at shutter speed 500 and they're all blurry, and you're going to be kicking yourself. So anticipate, be prepared, so you can get a nice sequence like this, all in focus, the bird taking off and in flight. And preparation is everything. Yeah, you want to maneuver yourself. Also a big thing with that is, you want to maneuver yourself so when he takes off, you're not getting his backside. So you want to try to position yourself in the right place. And the light also, you want to position yourself that you're getting good light on the bird when he takes off. It's all in the preparation. I mean, preparation is everything for these shots, and being ready and anticipating. So this is the last picture I'm going to go over. I don't want to make this video too long. If you like this kind of video and you want me to do longer videos or more of it, just let me know in the comments and I'll do that. So anyway, this picture is of a belted kingfisher. I got pretty lucky on this one. As you know if you know these birds are extremely skittish, it's very hard to get close to them. But early Saturday morning, I was passing over this bridge, and I saw him hanging out on a branch, and it was really close to the bridge. And it was pretty quiet because it was Saturday morning, early in the morning, and I was able to pull over and get a few shots of him. And this is what I wanted to talk about. Earlier in the video, I said I use zone a lot. In this particular shot, a small flexible spot is perfect for this. There was a lot of branches around him, and I wanted to dial in right into, put the focus point right on his eye, to get his eye nice and sharp, especially on a small bird like that. Zone wouldn't have worked out very well for this. It would probably got caught in some of the branches and not got him in focus. So small flexible spot works great for something like this. And the reason I use high shutter speed at 2000 here is because it was pretty bright out. It was a bright sunny morning, and so it was fine to use that kind of shutter speed. Plus, just in case he did take off, as I mentioned in my other shot, I wanted to be prepared if he did take off. They're pretty fast birds that, I get a decent shot of him taking off. So that's why I used high shutter speed, since it was sunny out and I can get away with it. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you did. I'll do more of them. And I'll leave you some more shots to end the video. All right, guys, until next time, hopefully the next video, I'll have the A1. I'm working on an Eagle video also that should be out pretty soon. So anyway, all right, guys, peace out. Please subscribe and hit the like button. And again, thank you so much for all the support. All right, guys, until next time.